Hey YouTube, how's it going? Well, once again, I am thankful for Team TFC because I really appreciate all the support that a lot of folks have shown me, not only over this whole long time since this whole amputation thing got started, but also just since yesterday and the negative news that I got a hold of. And yeah, because it's really easy to find yourself swirling around the toilet bowl of life and feeling like you gotta wonder who in the heck decided I had to be the tidy bowl man, you know? Seriously. Anyway, yeah, it's just one of those things. And then of course, reading through the comments, I run across somebody who is making it a point to say how the quality isn't all that good. And you know something? I'm actually kind of offended at that, because here I am, it's obvious I'm making these videos on my phone, for God's sake, instead of using a real camcorder with, mounted on a tripod with something that actually resembles decent lighting, and my actual usual video editing software that I use on my computer, instead of doing this sort of almost works decently kind of Power Director thing. I know a lot of people have sung the praises of Power Director, but let me tell you something. It's an app on a phone. It is never going to be the equal of good, proper, professional video editing software on a computer. It is never going to be the equal of that. But for one thing, you've got this little teeny tiny phone and my gigantic fingers that makes it very hard to have anything remotely resembling precision. It takes so much longer to do anything on a phone than it does to do it on a computer, because of that little problem with it's physically impossible for me to be precise and hit this part of the screen as opposed to that part, because they're both right close together when my fingers are so doggone big. And yes, I zoomed in on I got right up on the lens for that, just to make a point. But whatever. Basically, I'm just kind of stuck in neutral right now. And I think that's about the size of it. I'm stuck in neutral. I'm all revved up with nowhere to go and nothing to do about it at the moment. I mean, sitting in here inside of this place, there is literally zero that I can do about coming up with a place to move to and so on. This, I have to rely on folks that are outside of here to take care of that. And I have to hope that what I end up in is good, or at least decent, and all of this stuff, I mean, it's like, here's another thing, another part of this. The stuff that I had in the house that I was living in before in Arkansas, there's a bunch of stuff still in that house now, a month and a half, almost 2 months later, that I don't want to lose. I have paid rent to that house that nobody is living in for 2 months. I've paid 2 months worth of rent on that just to keep it from being, cleared out and everything thrown away, just so that I could get the chance to have somebody go down there and collect my stuff. And even then, there's no way in the world I'm going to be able to have somebody grab all of it. And so I've had to make a list from memory, of the essentials, the things that I absolutely positively don't want to lose, and hope that I didn't miss anything. Because after this trip, there's not going to be any more rent paid there. I mean, why pay rent at a place I can't even go to, let alone live in? I hope that I don't lose the wrong things. Yeah, so that's going to be fun. I mean, I'm really, really thankful for the folks that are going to go there and do this and take care of that. But it's just really frustrating that I can't go along. And even if I did go along, the doors in that place are not friendly for wheelchairs. And the inside of it is not friendly for wheelchairs. I can't go in there and do stuff because I can't freaking walk. Yeah. And hopping around with a walker, well, I've learned personally just exactly how bad of an idea that is. Yeah, so it's frustrating. It's really, really hard to maintain a positive attitude. I try very hard to do that because well, for one thing, I don't like making videos when I'm all negative. But it's really hard to be positive when when you look around you and all you see is negative. And there's a lot of good things that people say, a lot of things that people say that are meant to be inspirational and uplifting and all of that. But the problem is when you're sitting where I am, you don't see it that way. It's just another way of saying, sitting where I'm at, it all comes down to it just being another way to say, well, tough luck. That's what it feels like. It's not what people mean, but that's what it feels like on this end of that little conversation. And I'm thinking now I need to shut up before I really manage to step on it or in it, if I haven't already. Thanks for watching. Take it easy. I'm out of here. And right now, I don't care about video quality. Good God.